The following is a presentation of PH Athletics. We welcome you to Pascack Hills High School in Montvale, New Jersey on this Friday afternoon, where we bring you some softball in the Big North Patriot Division as Pascack Hills hosts the Riverdale Golden Hawks. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Matthew Merlino. Thanks for spending a little bit of your Friday with us. Happy to say that it is Friday. For Hills, it has been an up-and-down week. They started it with a 7-1 loss at New Milford, although that was a neutral site game in Park Ridge. Then followed it up on Monday with a 6-4 league loss at Mahwah, which eliminated them from league title contention, although they can still very much improve their position in the league. And just a few days ago on Wednesday, they had an 11-7 win at Hasbrook Heights, looking to continue that win streak, but it will be tough today, taking on a team that is just second in the Big North Patriot Division and looking to give themselves every opportunity to even up with Ramsey, that being the Riverdale Golden Hawks, who are just a game back of the Rams at 5-2 in the division. They are 5-3 on the road and 8-8 overall. They're going to take on Hasbrook Heights in the Bergen County tournament just a few days from now, and they sit third of the 23 teams in the North 1 Group 3 Power Points. Hills will play in a state tournament as well, although it will in the county tournament as well, although it will not be the championship bracket. It will instead be the invitational, and they'll be taking on Fort Lee in the BIT prelims tomorrow, and we'll have some tape-delayed coverage of that one. Ready to get underway. It is Taylor Pollock, as usual, on the mound for Pascack Hills. Here comes the first pitch. And it's in there for strike one. So we have an 0-1 count here. And that one hit foul down the third baseline. The 0-2. Chopper over towards Emily Rennie at short. Throw is in time at first. And there's one away for the Hawks in the top of the first. So Pollock with one away, and the fielders for Hills are as follows. As we said, Taylor Pollock on the mound as always. Hannah Brinkman behind the plate. At first, Christine Diaz. Second features Chloe Sutton. At third, it is Amelia Alvarez, the sophomore, and the senior Emily Rennie at short. And then in the outfield, left field featuring the freshman Ava Angrisani. In center, right in front of us, Brielle Siegenthaler. And in right, the senior Riley Sneath. We were not provided with a lineup card for Riverdale, so unfortunately we are pretty oblivious here. Pollock handles it, makes a throw over to first, but there's two away. Strike one called for Pollock on the outside corner. That one a little outside as well. Called strike 2 for Pollock. Looks to head back to the dugout. That one a little low. So we have a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. No, she fouled it off. Looked like a swing and a miss, but it was not. This is Valerie Visconti with a 2-2 count after the foul ball. Visconti fouls that one over the Riverdale dugout. 2 away in the top of the first here. 2 league opponents. Fly ball out towards Sneath, and she'll make the catch to send us to the middle of the first scoreless. Hills coming up to bat first with Angrasani, Pollock, and Diaz due up. Welcome back to Pascack Hills, bottom of the first about to begin. The pitcher for Riverdale is a senior, Erin Hoogstraight, and she'll face the top of the Hills order to start. Ava Angrasani to lead off, the freshman who plays over in left. That one a little low. Called strike, actually, according to the board. Board was wrong. And we have a 2-0 count. A bouncer to make this a 3-0 count for Hoogstraight, and Angrasani looking to take an early walk here. Comes the pitch. Inside, and it will be a 4-pitch walk. Ava Angrasani to first, and now the senior pitcher, Taylor Pollock, to the plate. First pitch for Pollock, hit into right. It will drop for a base hit at second. Angrasani is out. They will not make the play over to first. So there's 1 out and 1 on, that being Taylor Pollock. And up comes Christine Diaz with now Riley Sneath on deck. Hoogstraight's first in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss for Diaz on the curve. The 0-2 with 1 away. A little low. So here comes the 1-2 from Hoogstraight, and a little outside there to even up the count. Diaz with a nice rip into center. It's going to drop for a base hit, and both runners will be safe. Pollock at second, Christine Diaz with a 1-out base hit. And up comes Riley Sneath with 1 runner in scoring position for the cleanup hitter. Just one out, so Hannah Brinkman, the catcher, is the one on deck. Sneath fouls that one off. That one outside from Hook Straight. 1-1 count. It's a little hot out here, but as you can hear, the wind cooling us down and some cloud cover, unlike yesterday. 2-1, and some of the noises you also hear from behind us. We have a JV Baseball County Tournament game going on. Pascack Hills taking on Woodridge in that one. A low pitch, but called for a strike. 2-2. Sneath at the plate, Pollock at second, Diaz at first. I should say, yes, that is Diaz at first as Sneath fouls it off. Swing and a miss for Sneath, so there's 2 away now. And Hannah Brinkman now comes to the plate. Seventeenth pitch from Hoog Street, outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Grounder to short. Play made to first by Ziegler. And that will end the first with no score. Top of the second inning about to begin here. This is Caitlin Villalba at the plate. A 1-2-3 inning for Taylor Pollock in the first. We'll see if she can continue that. As a high ball to start the second. The 1-0 from Pollock, fouled off. Here's the pitch from Pollock. In there, nice curve to make it a 1-2 count. Grounder over to third. It'll be Rennie who picks it up at first. Throw is in time. Diaz stretching out to make the play and put one away. So 1 out as Casey Ziegler comes to the plate now, the senior. First pitch from Pollock, hit high into shallow center. In fact, it won't even clear the infield, and Rennie makes out number 2, both for her and her team this inning. Wind blowing a little towards right, but mostly in from center towards home plate. 2 out, none on for Julia Marcus. Called strike 1 on the outside corner. That's a rip down the foul line, third baseline. Goes foul over the batting cage. 0-2 for Marcus, 2 out in the top of the second. That one in the dirt from Pollock, 1-2. The 1-2 from Pollock. Grounder foul once again. Marcus with none on, 2 out. And Riverdale in this inning down to their last strike. The 1-2. Just outside. So an even count now for Marcus, although one swing and miss will send Hills and Riverdale back to their dugouts. Pollock will make it a full count after that ball. 3-2 for Julia Marcus of Riverdale, trying to get a 2-out base hit or just get on base in general. Here comes the 3-2. That one hit fair over towards Angrasani in left, and it goes out of play. Looks like it will be a ground rule double. Rolled past the gap in the fence in left. So a ground rule double for Julia Marcus with 2 out. And now Alyssa Andriano, the freshman, at the plate. 2 away, trying to score one. Hits one foul, and nobody can get to it. Although there was a mad dash. 0-1 for Andriano. That one just outside as well. Same curveball on the outside edge. A little too far. 1-1. Grounder goes off Pollock's glove towards Sutton. Play made at first anyway, and we go to the middle of the second. Scoreless. Hills up to bat now with Siegenthaler, then Sutton and Alvarez do up. So this is Brielle Siegenthaler up to lead off the bottom of the second for Pascack Hills after a 18-pitch inning for Erin Hoogstreit in the first. There's a fly ball, and it'll be foul down the third base line. Swing and a miss for Siegenthaler. 0-2 now. Sun coming in and out with our cloud cover here. So we get the 0-2. That went a chopper, and it went backwards and foul. The 0-2, part 2 from Hoogstreit. Just a little low. So our count now 1-2. Now the 1-2 with the base hit over to left. And Siegenthaler's going to go for two. It's back at the wall, and she'll have a standing double to lead off the bottom of the second for Hills. And we will now have Chloe Sutton come to the plate. High and outside. On Sutton, the sophomore second baseman. That one low. So a 2-0 count here for Sutton. High fly ball. Sutton fouls that one off down the first base line. 2-1 now the count. These two teams have been league opponents as long as pretty much anybody can remember. Their first meetings recorded on NJ.com back in 2013, and in the 22 games played, Hills does have the series lead as we get a wild pitch here. 3-1. That series at 12-10 for the Broncos, although they have not defeated Riverdale since 2023, and they lost the earlier matchup 11-1. This one rained out and moved back here. 3-1 for Sutton. Hoog straight, her 28th pitch. That one hit high, back into left. It will be dropped in right. And Siegenthaler will advance over to third. Sutton to first, a base hit. And there's runners on the corners with none away now for Amelia Alvarez, the sophomore, who can really swing the bat as well. It will be scored as an error. And so Sutton will be on, and Siegenthaler will be on. This is Alvarez at the plate, trying to break the scoreless tie. Hits one high towards center. Too high. Some miscommunication. Catch made. Siegenthaler coming home, and she's safe. So it will be a sac fly for Alvarez into very shallow center. Sutton staying at first with one away, and it is Emily Rennie now at the plate with the Broncos leading 1-0. First pitch a little low. And the second one low and outside. So a 2-0 count here for Rennie. None out. One out, and Sutton on first. On deck is Ava Agrasani, who led off back in the bottom of the first. Ground ball for Rennie, and it will be foul. 3-1 count now. Called strike 2 on the outside edge. Full count for Rennie with 1 away. Hoog straight. Pitches ball 4, so a battle that ends with Rennie taking the win and taking first base. Chloe Sutton advancing to second. And now the freshman Ava Angrisani trying to make this a multi-score lead, a multi-run lead, I should say, with Taylor Pollock also on deck. Bunt for Angrisani down the first base line, and it will be a sac bunt to advance Rennie and Sutton, both now at second and third. And now here is Pollock with a chance to give herself a little cushion. First pitch to Pollock, a little low and outside. Pollock fouled that one back. One and one. Ground ball for Pollock towards second, mishandled, and she'll be safe. Rennie trying to come home. She's out. And they will count the sudden run, but Rennie out at home. And we end the second inning with a 2-0 Pascack Hills lead. Top of the third, and a 2-0 Hills lead off of a big second inning. This is Reese Hornage, the sophomore, at the plate. Taylor Pollock on the mound for the Broncos. Strike 1 called on the low edge. Second pitch bounced off the dirt. 1-1. Outside, 2-1 count here for Pollock. Here comes the 2-1. High. So 3-1 count here for Reese Hornage. Taylor Pollock on the mound. And it will be ball 4 for Hornage. A 5-pitch walk, for Pollock, as Hornage takes first base. And now Kate Theokarakos, another sophomore at bat. Shows bunt. Missed it. Oh and 1 for Theokarakos. Showing bunt again. This time she gets a little bit on it. Pollock there, picks it up, makes the throw. And there's one out as Hornage advances to second. Back to the top of the Riverdale order. First pitch to Sophia Tortorella, hit right to Brielle Siegenthaler, who makes the catch and puts 2 away. So Hornage all alone at second with 2 away. Tortorella just flew out to center. And now Nora Cerna, the junior, with 2 out, who's 0 for 1 so far today. Outside for ball 1. One-0, swing and a miss, but bouncing. And Theodorakos will advance over to third as Riverdale tries to get one back. 1-1 count here at the plate after Cerna swung. Here comes the pitch from Pollock. That one hit over to Angrisani and Siegenthaler. It'll bounce off the wall and a run will score for the Hawks. It'll be an RBI double for Cerna. And the score now 2-1, still in favor of Pascack Hills. This is Valerie Visconti, who's 0 for 1 as well. Top of the third inning. Matt Merlino with all of you on this wonderful Friday. Great weather, nice breeze and some cloud cover, so we're not burning. Visconti fouls that one off. Oh, 1. That one a little low. 1-1 count now. Fly ball for Visconti. Sneath makes the catch. Riverdale gets 1 back, but is still down 1 at the middle of the third. A 2-1 score here with Hills out front. We'll update you on all Hills sports in a moment, but let's update you on the JV County game happening just behind us. Hills taking on Woodridge in that one. This is baseball we're talking about. And he wanted a shout-out. We'll give him one. Hunter Ehrlich, a sophomore, just had a base hit into center. The Broncos leading in the bottom of the second, 5-0 on Woodridge. We'll try our best to keep you updated with that one as this one continues. At the plate here, this is Christine Diaz with Riley Sneath and Hannah Brinkman due up. Diaz takes ball 1. Still Hoogstraight on the mound after now 41 pitches and 2 balls to Diaz. Diaz 1 for 1 so far today. And that one a little low. You're interested in how we know all of these stats now. I want to thank varsity player, baseball player John Giantonio recommending that I use the Game Changer app here, and not a paid advertisement as Diaz will take the walk to first, but a very good product and helping me keep up with all the stats and stuff that usually I'd be oblivious to. So thanks, John. Thanks to Mr. Casamento over here for giving me the account info so I don't have to pay a dime. And thanks to everybody for updating the stats on the app so our broadcast can be as good as possible. Sneath swinging and missing for strike 1 here with None out. Diaz on first and Hannah Brinkman on deck. Fly ball for Sneath towards short. Catch made by Ziegler. And there's one out. And now we have Hannah Brinkman, who is 0 for 1 so far. She hits one high over to left. It's going to drop for a base hit down the line, and it will be a ground rule double for Hannah Brinkman going into that same gap over in left field. So a 1-out ground rule double for Brinkman. Advances Diaz as well to third. And now Coach Brian Calabrese of Riverdale coming out to talk with his pitcher, Aaron Hoogstreet. Welcome back, and after Brinkman's ground rule double, it is Brielle Siegenthaler at the plate with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. Hoogstreet still on the mound after the conversation with her coach Calabrese. Siegenthaler swinging for the fences, missed this time 0-1. Lets that one go low. 1-1 count here. Second pitch, a grounder foul down the third baseline, 1-2. Siegenthaler 1 for 1 so far today. Did not bring any runners in. Did get a double. Seeing if she can bring 2 runners in here. Swings and misses. And that'll be a strikeout for Siegenthaler to put 2 away and bring up Chloe Sutton, the sophomore. Runners on second and third. Sutton at the plate. It is a grounder towards Hoogstreet, and the throw made, so Hoogstreet able to get out of a jam. And we end the third with no scoring, although they strand 2 runners in position, Hills. They are still up 2-1 entering the fourth. Top of the fourth inning, and still a 2-1 Hills lead. Taylor Pollock on the mound. And her first pitch a little outside. This is Villalba, who is 0 for 1. Grounds over to third. Alvarez makes the high throw, but Diaz able to get the out. And there's one away now with Villalba grounding out to third. So on comes Casey Ziegler, who is also 0 for 1. Grounder over towards Alvarez again, and this time she's out as well. Ziegler made it a little closer, but still the throw made in time and quickly off of 2 pitches from Taylor Pollock. 3 pitches from Pollock. There's 2 away. She's on 45, Pollock, so far this game, as Julia Marcus now comes to the plate, who was in this situation in the second inning. 2 out, but got on with a double, a ground rule double. see if she can do that again here. Here's a grounder. Alvarez. I think somebody's getting deja vu. Same play every single at-bat. Grounder to Alvarez, throw to Diaz. 1, 2, 3, and it is 2-1 Hills at the middle of the fourth. Time now for our Pascack Hills Sports Update. Let's get you up to date with everything in Pascack Hills Sports right now. And we'll start with what happened yesterday, just one event. With girls lacrosse getting a big league win against Emerson Park Ridge, final 13-4 in favor of the Broncos. Astrid Veloso leading the scoring with 3 goals and 3 assists. Clara Kim adding a hat trick and 2 assists, and Kira Hickey adding 1 with 4 assists for a total of 5 points for both Kim and Hickey. Veloso with 6 overall. And Asia Crandall, the junior, in goal with 11 saves and 4 goals against. Did not have to work much against EPR. Today, multiple events, including that JV game happening behind us for baseball, but we are focused on the varsity here. Boys golf is at the Big North Conference Championships. Softball, of course, here in a league game against Riverdale. And boys tennis in a league match over on our tennis courts here in Montvale, taking on Ramsey. Tomorrow we have a county tournament doubleheader, and we want you to tune in for that. These are the game times as they will start. We will be tape delayed for both of them, and those should go up probably around 7 and 9 p.m., actually more like 6 and 8 p.m. respectively. That's what we hope. Those being at 11 a.m. softball taking on Fort Lee here in the Bergen Invitational first round, and then boys lacrosse is taking on Demorest, a team who they beat earlier this week in the Bergen Invitational quarterfinals. Next week we are jam-packed. We have a Monday game, that being a Bergen Invitational preliminary round game for girls lacrosse as they take on Paramus Catholic, 4:15 on Monday. We hope we can go live for that one, but no guarantees. Then Wednesday at 4:30, it's boys lacrosse taking on Cedar Grove. Wednesday, we may go to Lyndhurst for baseball's county tournament game at 4:15 when they take on Bergen Catholic. Yes, that will be a big one. We're back underway here in Montvale in the bottom of this inning, the fourth inning, and this is Amelia Alvarez at the plate. As we were saying, Wednesday we will either be here for boys lacrosse against Cedar Grove at 4:30, or we will be in Lyndhurst showing you baseball against Bergen Catholic. Alvarez with a nice hit off the wall in left center. It will be a double. Alvarez tripping over the base as it falls off. She'll be safe, and they'll come out to make some repairs. So Alvarez with a nice hit and a double. They'll make the repair at second. So that's Wednesday sorted. Again, a choice between boys lacrosse against Cedar Grove here. But in all likelihood, we will be in Lyndhurst with the Bergen County Tournament first round, actually round of 16 game for varsity baseball taking on Bergen Catholic. Then Thursday, we will definitely be here at 4:30 with girls lacrosse taking on Wayne Hills. That's a big league game for the girls, and we encourage that you tune in. And then we'll have girls lacrosse on Friday at 4:30 taking on Mary Helpa Christian. So that's 3 girls lax games in 1 week with a county game, a league game, and then just a regular game Monday, Thursday, Friday. Alvarez going to advance off the wild pitch here, and she is on third base. Ball 1 for Emily Rennie at the plate. And one last thing for the Hill Sports updates. We like to update you on where our teams stand in their respective league standings as Rennie takes a pitch outside. Hills for baseball in the varsity column, sitting tied with Ramsey, a game back of Westwood. They have not played a league game until they play Westwood. That is a big series to end the league season for the Broncos. They're right now 6-2 in the league. Westwood is 7-1. As for boys lax, they currently lead the NJILL Cullen, Rennie with a 3-0 count here. And they're up by a half game over Old Sapan. Park Ridge and Rutherford clawed within 1.5 games, with Dwight Englewood staying at 2 games back. Rennie gets the walk over to first, so there's runners on the corners and none out here in the bottom of the fourth as Ava Angrisani now comes to the plate, the freshman. Boys tennis, 2 games back, tied with Mawa, all chasing Riverdale, who's undefeated in league play. Westwood still in contention, but 2-4, so they'll should be eliminated soon. Girls lacrosse right now, after the win yesterday against Emerson Park Ridge, now 2-1 in the league, tied for second with both Pascack Tech and Wayne Hills. They're all chasing Wayne Valley, whom the Broncos lost to. They're 3-0 in the league and 7-1 overall. Wayne Valley Hills 5-3 overall and 2-1 in league play. In softball, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, eliminated from league title contention after they lost to Mawa a few days back. The Thunderbirds right now nearly eliminated. They're 3-4. The Broncos 2-5. But everybody chasing Ramsey, especially Riverdale, just a game back of the Rams, looking for a big win here. It will be a base hit for Angrasani, and Alvarez will score to make this a 3-1 Hills lead. All runners safe. It was a base hit, not a sac fly for Angrasani. And there are runners on first and second now, with Rennie at second and Angrasani at first, and now Taylor Pollock at the plate. Still none out here as Pollock hits one. A base hit into left, and Rennie will slide into third. The bases are loaded now for Christine Diaz. Bases loaded, none out, bottom of the fourth. Catcher's chat with Aaron Hoogstreet. Catcher Valerie Visconti. Looks like we're ready to get back going now as Christine Diaz comes to the plate. None out, bases loaded, bottom of the fourth inning. Hills looking to add to a 2-run lead. Diaz holds up on this pitch, but it's still a called strike. Ball one there. Diaz right to hold off this time. She's 1 for 1 so far today. We'll see if she continues and hits a fly ball, which will be dropped. It will be a foul ball. And so we have a 1-2 count for Diaz. Riley Sneath and Hannah Brinkman on deck. Sneath, then Brinkman. Diaz hits that one foul and caught. So there's one away. So now Sneath comes to the plate. Same situation except one out now after the foul out from Diaz. Catch was made by Villalba, the first baseman. Oh, a hit over to short and a double play made by Ziegler. Another missed opportunity for Hills. They strand 3 runners, but do score 1. They're up 3-1 at the end of 4. Top of the 5th inning now in Montvale in a 3-1 Bronco lead. Taylor Pollock still on the mound. And a check swing there. Good call to stay away from it. Ball 1. Chopper will get into center. It's a base hit for Andriano. And there's a runner on. So Alyssa Andriano with a base hit to lead off the top of the 5th for Riverdale. Down 2 runs in a meaningful game for the Hawks, trying to level themselves with Ramsey here, hoping for a Ram loss in the league standings. With Riverdale a game back of the 6-1 Ramsey Rams, that 6-1 record, their league record. This is Reese Hornage now, the sophomore, with a runner on. And that is Olivia Bertuzzi, the pinch runner for Andriano. Strike one called. 0-1. They are preparing for Bertuzzi to try and steal. That one fouled off. 0-2 for Hornage at the plate. Hornage hits one foul over the fence on the first base line. We stay at an 0-2 count. Ground ball gets to Sutton, makes the tag, throw to first. Not in time, but there is one away. Runner does get on. That's Hornage. Bertuzzi is the one who is out. And so we stay with one out, a runner on first, and a 3-1 Hills lead. Here is Kate Theokarakos. In the dirt, covering second, but no need to. Hornage stayed. 1-0 count. High foul ball into the Riverdale dugout for, this is Strasser, actually. Taylor Strasser, the sophomore. 1-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. That one will be fair. Hit to Sutton. Throw made to first this time. 2 out as Hornage advances to second. So Strasser grounds out, Hornage able to advance, and now back to the top of the Riverdale order with Sophia Tortorella, who's 0 for 2 so far today. Nearly hit her on the inside edge, 1-0. The 1-0 from Pollock. Grounder over towards Alvarez. Throw to first in time. And we go to the middle of the fifth. No change in the score. Still 3-1 Pascack Hills. Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth inning now. And a 3-1 Hills lead. Hoog straight the pitcher. This is Hannah Brinkman. Pitch to ball, 1-0. That one a little outside, 2-0 count here for Brinkman. So we have Brinkman now, and then due up after her is Siegenthaler and Sutton. 3-0. Sorry, 2-1. There's a cold strike curving outside. And she'll lay off that one. 3-1 for Brinkman, leading off in the bottom of the fifth. Had 2 great opportunities, Hills, in the third and fourth innings, but stranded their runners in both scenarios. They did score 1 run in the bottom of the fourth. Brinkman takes the 5-pitch walk And now Siegenthaler comes to the plate. Sudden on deck, and after her, Amelia Alvarez. And it'll be Brinkman, the catcher, being pinch ran for here. We'll try and get the identity of the pinch runner in a moment. But at the plate, it is Siegenthaler. 1 for 2 so far through this game. That one a little outside. So a 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0. Bunt showing. Goes foul. Pinch runner is Adriana Di Loretto. 1-1. The count for Brielle Siegenthaler. That one in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike for the junior. Siegenthaler with a high fly ball to center will be caught by Tortorella. And so there's 1 away. Di Loretto stays at first. And up comes Chloe Sutton, the sophomore. That one low. Di Loretto going to try to advance, and they'll let her take second. After the wild pitch. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike for Sutton. Chopper gets to short, throw to first is in time, so it will be a ground out for Sutton to short. Ziegler hesitated but made the play. And Di Loretto able to advance to third now, so it will be Alvarez, another sophomore, trying to bring her sophomore teammate home and make this a 3-run Hills lead. That one may have got caught by the wind. It curved wildly outside. 1-0. That one high. So a 2-0 count. Swing and a miss for Alvarez. 2-1 here. That one in the dirt. 3-1. Alvarez, 3 balls, 1 strike. That's a line drive into left. It will score. Di Loretto. Alvarez turning 2, and she'll make it there. An RBI double for Amelia Alvarez with 2 out. And here is Emily Rennie. 1-0 count here for Rennie. Shows bunt, pulls back. And we have a 2-0 count now. Here's the 2-0. That went outside. 3 balls, no strikes for Rennie with Alvarez on second and 2 out. Eva Angrisani on deck. And a called strike. Here's the pitch, 3-1. Hit into center, and Tortorella will make the catch. We end the 5th with a 4-1 Hills lead. They are able to get a run in this inning. Top of the 6th inning, Hills up by 3 runs on their league opponent Riverdale. It's a 4-1 Bronco lead. Taylor Pollock still on the mound. Will probably finish out the complete game, as she usually does. 1-0 count. At the plate is Nora Cerna, the junior, who had a double earlier today. It's a high fly ball over to Sneath, who's able to make the catch. Riley Sneath over in right. So Cerna out off the fly to right. Now Valerie Visconti at the plate. Visconti with a fly ball, this one more foul, and it will go over the fence. 0-1. Visconti, an 0-1 count after the foul ball. And now it's 1-1 after the outside ball from Pollock. Ground ball going to get through to center. Siegenthaler able to pick it up, but Visconti with a 1-out base hit. Now Caitlin Villalba at the plate, the sophomore, who's 0 for 2 so far today. Nice pitch from Pollock. 0-1. One and one now the count. Swing and a miss for Villalba. 1 out. Runner on first. 1 ball and 2 strikes at the plate for the sophomore Caitlin Villalba. Here's the pitch from Pollock. Ground ball over towards Alvarez, foul. Pitch to her, a ball. And a good block from Hannah Brinkman. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch from Pollock. Oh, just low. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Battle here with Caitlin Villalba. 1 out, 1 runner on. She's on first, that's Visconti. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. So a battle that ends in a walk for Caitlin Villalba. Now Casey Ziegler, the senior, at the plate. One ball, no strikes for Ziegler. Grounds one over towards Sutton. Makes the tag. Throw to first. In time. Double play. Sends Hills back to the dugout. Chloe Sutton with the tag and the throw to first. Middle of the 6th. 4-1. Hills with a chance to pile on. Riverdale will have one more shot to come back. We said we'll keep you up to date with the JV county game happening behind us. Right now, we're in the bottom of the 6th. It's only the bottom of the 4th back there. And our Broncos JV baseball team leading Woodridge 6-1. The most runs driven in from Dren Bata, the first baseman, and Alex Lula, the right fielder, the sophomore and the junior respectively, with 2. And Ryan Strime on the mound through 4 innings. 6 strikeouts and 4 hits against him. So a good performance for the JV boys here trying to advance in the Bergen County tournament. Speaking of the Bergen County tournament, we'll get you 2 Bergen County tournament games. Despite them being invitational games, they are still county games. We have softball at 11 a.m. against Fort Lee in the BIT first round. And then boys lacrosse taking on Demarest in the Bergen Invitational quarterfinals. That will also be a game to watch for, a milestone for senior CJ Driver, only 6 points away from breaking the Bergen County point record. So we get a high fly ball with some threatening clouds in the background and a catch. So there's 1 away as we start the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, excuse me. That was Ava Angrasani on the fly out. This is now Taylor Pollock. Pollock with a good eye to lay off and take ball 1. And she'll take ball 2 outside as well. Hoogstraight on 92 pitches and counting. Potentially her last inning. That one in the dirt. A 3-0 count here with 1 out. And you can see those dark gray clouds in the background. We hope they can hold out. Nice for them to give us some shade. And Pollock will take the 4-pitch walk. Here's Christine Diaz with a runner on and 1 out. I want a high ball. 1-0 for Diaz. Here's the pitch from Hoogstraat, a little low, so we have a 2-0 count now. That one low as well, and in the dirt, throw to second is just off the bag. Tag unable to be made, and Pollock able to steal a base and get on second here. Can at the plate, 3-0 for Christine Diaz. Nice swing in the bat here. Could make it a 4-run game. Called strike one. Three balls, one strike. Here's the pitch from Hoogstraat, ball 4. So Diaz on first, Pollock on second, 1 out. That was Angrasani on the fly. And now it is Riley Sneath. And a quick conference before we get Sneath's at bat with Coach Brian Calabrese, Aaron Hoogstraat, and the rest of his team. Hoogstraat on 100 pitches today. Didn't even need to pause. It was quite a quick conversation. Hoogstraat has started the game. We expect her to finish it, as will Taylor Pollock, we presume. We'll see if she can score herself and try and get some insurance runs. This is Riley Sneath at the plate, takes strike one. Sneath with a fly ball to very shallow. It falls. It was shallow right center at second. Diaz is out, but Pollock will advance. 2 away and runners on the corners. Hannah Brinkman, the catcher at the plate, trying to bring in Taylor Pollock and make this a 4-run game with 1 inning to go, unless Riverdale has some juice left in them. Brinkman lays off, ball 1. And there is a nice drive, a double at least. Pollock will score. Sneath will stay. RBI double for Hannah Brinkman into left center. 5-1 Broncos. Brielle Siegenthaler now with 2 out. They have not put the run up on the board yet. Brinkman's going to be pinch ran for by DiLoretto again. There's a fly ball, another base hit. And Sneath will score. DiLoretto to third. And it will be an RBI double for Siegenthaler. 6-1. And it looks like Hoogstraat, after 105 pitches, will come off the mound. Our score is 6-1. Pascack Hills 2 out, runners on second and third. We'll be back when the action resumes. It is the bottom of the 6th inning, and after 105 pitches, it was Erin Hoogstraat being relieved of her duties. Taylor Strasser now on the mound for Riverdale, with the Broncos up 6-1. And Chloe Sudden at the plate. Bouncing ball 1 for Strasser. The runners on second and third. On third is is Adriana Di Loretto. On second is Brielle Siegenthaler. There's a fly ball out to center, but a nice catch made from Sophia Tortorella. End of the 6th inning. Riverdale needs 5 runs to keep this game going. Top of the 7th inning, and a 5-run comeback is what Riverdale needs to keep things going. Taylor Pollock on the mound for the Broncos. First pitch is a strike. Pollock on only 72 pitches has strike 2 and an 0-2 count facing Julia Marcus here. That one a little inside from Pollock, 1-2. There's a chopper out to center, but Siegenthaler able to make the catch. 1 away. Alyssa Andriano now, the freshman. Grounder foul. 0-1. Wind really picking up here as gray clouds come over us. Hopefully they hold off so we can finish this one. Cleanly, I should say. There's a foul ball over Sneath's way. No balls, 2 strikes for Andriano, and 1 away. Top of the 7th inning, Hills 2 outs away from a league win. Chopper over to Rennie. 2 away. Well, Hill's no stranger to 2-out rallies. They had that big one against Waldwick, excuse me. Here is Reese Hornage. Called strike 1. That one looked a little low to me, but we'll take it. No balls, 1 strike for Hornage here. Pollock on 79. That one bouncing, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Timeout for Hornage. Here's the 0-1 in there. Strike 2, 1-2 now. And Riverdale down to their last strike. Hornage at the plate, 2 out, none on. Will it be another 1-2-3 inning for Pollock to end it? Let's see on the 1-2. Grounder towards Sutton. Missed it. 2-out base hit for Hornage. First pitch here for Pollock. Number 84 of her day, and it is a ball inside. Pitching to the new Riverdale pitcher here, Taylor Strasser, fouled that one off to make it a 1-1 count. Grounder towards Rennie. Throw to first. In time. Hills wins. A big win against Riverdale. Coming down to the last 2 games in league play. Final score 6-1. Pascack Hills improving to 7-10 on the year, 3-5 in the league. If Mahwah has lost, then they have pulled even with the Thunderbirds to tie for 4th in the league standings if they have won. That is not the case. Riverdale dropping a big loss for them because now they drop to 2 games back of Ramsey, assuming the Rams have won today. And 8-9 overall. It's a big win in terms of power points as well, as the Broncos defeat the 3rd PowerPoint ranked team in North 1 Group 3. They came into this game as the 10th ranked team in North 1 Group 2. So we'll see if that will help them get a home playoff game. Final score from Montvale, 6-1 Pascack Hills over Riverdale. We are back tomorrow as they take on Fort Lee in the county game. And then we'll have boys lacrosse against Demarest. We hope you join us for all of those. We thank you for joining us today on PH Athletics. This is Matthew Merlino. So long from Montvale. Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, head to hills.pascack.org/athletics.